green when you get in the light.
Is that right?
This is me on 4 days of Alcoholics Anonymous. 450 milligrams of lithium in the day after I eat 450 at night. No antipsychotics, no antidepressants, no anti-anxiety medicine, no melatonin, although I want to try it. And I'd like to know more about Boston and where you guys are from, because I just took you to get something to eat.
On the streets of Chicago, Yoni searched for the best place to busk in order to make a few extra dollars.
You can't just pick a spot when you busk and give it 20 minutes and then think that it's going to pay off in 20 minutes. You just have to work it for a couple hours, and suddenly something's going to change. It's a mystery as to what it is. There's not one spot that's a guaranteed moneymaker. You're going to set up there, you're going to make money. It takes just sort of sticking out until you make $2, and then after that, the money comes in. We met a few people, and they were all pretty certain that that was the spot to stay in.
This is
Since
it.
the tradition of this place, this is the smartest
This
place.
is it, right? Like I say, this is ground zero. Ask anybody. And this will be a lot of people around here tonight. Maybe going to the bar right here across the street where used to be the Red Dog, and around the corner the pizza place. You know, isn't that right? I'll tell them about the double door. They don't know shit. but really.
When you play out on the street, you're kind of inviting anyone and everyone to come up and hang out with you. And that's really, it's kind of part of the job. And it's fine, it's a fine part of the job. I don't like you, but I love you. Seems that I'm always thinking of you, though. You do me badly, I love you madly. You really got a hold on me.
Well, you bad.
You really got a hold on me.
You came out the closet with that one, then.
Bust it right out. Open it up. Step down.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all something. Don't go crazy, all right? Help me give me a 40-ounce beer.
40 ounce beer, how much does it cost?
Budweiser, $3.58.
350?
$3.58.
358.
Yeah, Budweiser. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How about this? I'll help you on your way to getting one.
Cool.
I'll give you $1.
Cool.
All right? You're on your way.
Me duele el alma de todo el corazón, pero llegó el corazón a cantarla al alma que te vengo a ver.
Understand how we ride. We hustle, grab some pop, some gangbangs, some damn. That was sick.
You guys know any Weezer songs? You guys have any?
Playing on the streets, you had no idea what to expect.
No, I don't think so.
Even at the next bar, club, any venue, you had no idea what to expect.
Illuminati's, right?
So I'm going to tell this story mostly for my own benefit at this point. I used to work at this record store in Harvard Square. It was called Planet Records. And people would come in there and they'd bring in like a crate full of records that they'd salvage from their uncle's basement. And they'd sell them to us and we'd sell them back to the people. I'm sure you're familiar with it. So anyways, this guy comes in and he'd just been down the street at a place called In Your Ear Records. And he had a copy of Blood on the Tracks underneath his arm. And he came up to us and he said, listen, do you think that they keep track of who sells them all the records down the street at In Your Ear? And we said, nah, typically that's a lot of paperwork and we're not really interested in doing the paperwork, you know. There's a reason why we work at record stores. We're kind of a lazy lot. So, you know, typically that stuff just gets sort of lost in the mix. And he said, well, I found some money in this copy of Blood on the Tracks, and I'd like to give it back to the person who it belongs to. And we sort of said, like, well, you know, the rule of thumb is finders keepers, so if you found some money, it's yours. He said, out of curiosity, how much money did you find? He says, well, it's about $6,000 tucked away in this copy of Blood on the Tracks. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. I tell this story every time I play this song. There's no spontaneity to it. It's very planned. It's very calculated. And this story actually did happen. It's true. And the amount of money that was in that record was somewhere in the thousands. But I don't really remember how much money it was. I just sort of picked 6,000 as a round figure there. And as luck would have it, that's about the same amount of money that I owe in order to return the van that I rented to go tour the country for a month. So the story comes full circle. Now what I need to do is find a copy of Blood on the Tracks that's got $6,000 in it. Walking back home with blood on the tracks, needle to the record of this and the crack. In a piece of gold, in a piece of crap. Walking back home with blood on the tracks.
Every song is a fucking question. Every word is a smart remark. Every move is a chord progression. Every beat comes from your heart. And every night is some confession to some deed done in the dark. Every heartache teaches lessons if it don't.
There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes when you're putting on your own shows. For one, there's just the sheer physical labor. Carrying equipment in and out of a van and in and out of a venue. Yoni had heard horror stories early on about people getting their vans and equipment stolen. He was very adamant about bringing in equipment every night. Yoni had also saved up enough money to rent a van for an entire month, but hadn't anticipated additional costs like extra mileage fees and gas nearly $4 a gallon. I can only imagine the bill he created for himself this summer. Having driven over 5,000 miles. Now that same feeling was sweeping through the country as housing values plummeted, the stock market tanked, and all our illusions of economic security vanished in a month.
No surprise you're not a kid anymore. Look at the time, what are you waiting for? In the space and the time that we have, there's a question I've been meaning to ask.
We had come to DC in between shows and decided we needed to make some money. Earlier in the morning, we had had our car towed. It had been day after day after day of playing shows, and sometimes in between. Having had no luck at this spot, Yoni decided that we'd find another one.
Don't try to tell me that you knew it all along. Don't criticize if you don't understand.
It's fine to take a day off. It's fine to not play for a day.
Most people ask
We don't need to play every single